feel that?
Yeah.
It kind of wraps around your back.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, passing power here is not a problem at all. Like at all. Hi there everyone, welcome to DM Carvies. Today, we're driving a 2026 Nissan Sentra SR on the channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Ray. I will leave all his information in the right-hand corner side of the screen, so if you're looking for a new Nissan and you want to get a good deal, reach out to him, he'll take care of you. But let's fire up this Sentra and go take a look outside of this vehicle. So let's go check it out. This is a really cool looking compact sedan. I think right now, compared to all the vehicles on the market, this definitely has a very futuristic look. Now I will say the rear taillights do remind me of the Accord. And I also like the two-tone color. You got the black roof, the red body paint, and the black wheels that also have a very unique pattern to them. Let's go check out the rear seats. All right. So here we have hard touch material. It is hard right here as well. A nice chrome handle. This is also good material. And the back seat is fairly roomy from what I'm seeing. We got double stitching with two different colors. Let's hop in. Let's see how the back seat feels. Okay. So here it does feel pretty good. We also have an armrest right here for the cups. This is really nice. We got lighting right here, a USB port right here. All right, let's check out the trunk. You don't mind getting the engine for me, the engine bay? Thank you. All right, so we have a fairly large trunk, so you can fit a lot of stuff in here. You got your accessories in there as well, the cargo net. All right, and this one is the SR trim, so it comes with 149 horsepower, 146 feet-pound of torque, 2.0 liter. We also got the collision warning, blind spot system, lane departure warning, high beam assist, rear view monitor, easy fill tire alert, and the MSRP is 27,750. And look at the gas mileage, 36. Really good for a highway. Really good mileage for the highway. And here's the engine. Everything is very straightforward. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's go hop in the cabin now. All right. Okie dokie. Here we have soft touch material. This is also soft. I like this stitching. Yeah, you can hop in. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's talk about some of the main features about this vehicle. So tell us.
So here we go. So with the 2026 Sentra, the big thing was a facelift on it, right? Like, what was your first impression?
Honestly, I vibe with it. I think it looks really good. It looks much more aggressive and sporty and bold than the previous Sentra. And much nicer cabin, I will tell you that. This is like day and night better.
It is. So our cabin, it's kind of modeled after our Muranos, right? So we have the dual screens. They're independent of each other, which is really nice. So you have the driving interface, so you can have your speed, your RPMs, things like that. You can go through your tire pressure sensors, go through the you know, the Pro Pilot, all that stuff on that side. And then in the middle, you also get your music, your GPS that's included with the vehicle, things like that. So two different things going on at the same time, which I think that's important to a lot of consumers, right? But it's kind of like a spaceship in here. You see that?
Yeah, I do.
Is that the impression you
I
get?
do like it. I gotta be honest, it feels very spacious and it feels techy. You know, it feels like you have
futuristic.
Futuristic. You got, you know, some of your physical buttons here, some of the haptic touch buttons, which work very well. You know, the climate, we can, you know, set the climate however we like. I like it. I think it is very nice. Also, yeah, this is good. This trim looks pretty cool. Okay, this is good. Let's see. Light. This is not lighted. Okay, yeah. We got a SOS button for a compact car. That's also really cool, I think. SOS button. You said this also has a navigation system, right?
So, yep, this does come with the navigation. So I think this is still in demo mode at the moment.
Oh, in demo mode, okay.
Because we just got this on the lot. We only have one of these vehicles at the moment.
Okay.
Obviously, we will be getting more.
Yeah, of course.
But this does come with the navigation in the vehicle. So it's Google operated.
Okay.
So it'd be Google Maps, but this does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you hook your phone right up to it. Most people don't even end up using the navigation in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you want your own contacts.
Apple CarPlay,
you know, text, calls, music. So most people just use the navigation on their phone.
And this is also really nice.
Yeah. I like this. This is very simple. Right?
Auto, just press auto, that's it. The only thing, I'm not sure if this is the dirt or there's something on the camera. It does look a little bit hazy.
It's dirt.
yeah, hopefully, but
100%.
Yeah.
I go clean it off for you if you'd like.
I mean, honestly.
Do you want me to?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, you can still see fine. It's fine. You can still see everything.
Yeah. Another subtle touch in here, right, is just like the Mercedes lighting on the inside.
Oh, the ambient lighting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's 70 different color options for that, which I think the Murano sales are really good, right? And this kind of has all the features of Murano.
Right.
So I think they modeled the interior after that with the screens, the lights.
And you know, I think it's a really good setup. I will be honest with you. I really like the seats on this car. The front seats, they're incredibly comfortable. You know, for somebody my height, there's so much space. You can adjust it up, down, and there's just so much room in this vehicle. Well, all right, take us on a nice freeway drive. Let's do 283, and then we can take some back roads back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want a little highway?
Yeah, of course, highway. Yeah, we got to try it on the highway. We got to see how.
Right out here. And,
okay.
So back here, so we'll hop on the highway up here. We'll go one exit so you can feel the acceleration of the merging.
Yeah.
Actually, the blind spots on this vehicle as well, they're fantastic, right? So if you look at the mirrors, you see how long they are?
Yeah, they're really good.
They cover the vehicle very well. So blind spots, I don't think they really exist with this vehicle, but if they do, guess what? We have little warning signs, little caution signs in the corner.
It's good, you know, actually, yeah, the visibility, I'm impressed. Honestly, I'm impressed also by the steering wheel. I think it's very high quality leather on it. Yeah. It just feels more like a premium segment car rather than a Sentra. And you got auto hold too. Wow.
So like before, if you wanted a car that got great gas mileage and was reliable, you couldn't have like luxury like this, right?
No.
Now it's like a good mix of both. So I think it's a great vehicle for like people our age, like in their 30s. You kind of want to impress the world a little bit, but you need something affordable and reliable.
Yeah, no, for the money, this is great. You know, for that kind of money. Man, that's awesome. And you got on the full tank 403 miles worth of range. I mean, that is a serious number for a compact car.
That is based off 403. That's based off its current driving patterns,
yes.
We've been moving this lot to lot.
Yeah.
So this hasn't went on a test drive
yes.
yet. So,
all right.
So I think it'd get a little more range.
I'm not too worried about the range. It will do good, I know, with that kind of gas mileage, but let's definitely feel some of the merging power, see how she does. I'm sure there's nobody behind us.
So yeah, you can just hop off the next exit and then there's some back roads.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, all right.
That's funny.
Alrighty, there we go.
So it still has the power.
It still has some pickup to it, yeah. It's definitely not the fastest, but it's, you know, it's quick for what it is. It's a Sentra, yeah. You can feel that in terms of the power. But, you know, at 79 miles per hour, it's still a very smooth feel to it. Actually, could we go one more exit down after this one? Yeah, just do one more exit just so we can get a little more feel for it. You know, this speed, I don't really hear much noise in the cabin. I think it's pretty quiet. It's a nice riding car. It's very settled. It's very planted. It feels even, I would say, maybe somewhat German too. You know, the way it kind of feels.
I could kind of see that, yeah.
It's very, very settled. It's very well put together, I would say. And I like the seating position too. It's comfortable. There's, like you said, great visibility.
The seat shape too. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
It kind of wraps around your back.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, passing power here is not a problem at all. Like at all. Passes with ease. like the steering too. It's very, you know, informative for a compact car.
Yeah, they did a great job.
They did a great job.
It's similar to the 25, so like if you had a 25 or a 24, you could switch this no problem.
This is better.
Yeah.
This is definitely much more plush than a 24 or 25.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It's similar enough to where you could switch over and it still feel like your old vehicle.
And also the soundproofing, like when you floor it, you don't hear that CVT whine, you don't hear the engine whine. It's very quiet in here. Like, you know, it's a very quiet experience. It's very just enjoyable, and when you're just smoothly cruising, it feels pretty effortless, actually.
Yeah. Well, so believe it or not, right? Nissan, they listen to their customers sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And like the CVT, obviously, I'm not going to mention the problems with it, but they have been listening and making tweaks to it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not as bad as years ago.
No,
when the CVTs were just blowing out.
No, this is good. No, this is good. I mean, I feel like it drives like a normal car. Yeah. You don't really feel any like rubber band effects or any of that. It's very good in terms of the tuning. And like you said, you know, when we're cruising at this kind of speed, the RPMs are under 2,000. It's very good for cruising. Yeah. It's a great cruiser. And it's so comfy.
It is. It is
so comfy. It's such a nice car. All right, let's take this exit that's coming up, and then, like you said, we'll do some back roads. Definitely curious to see how that is. But you know, so far it's super responsive. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know what to compare it to, but the responsiveness here kind of reminds me of the Elantra N that I drove. Gotcha. Same kind of chassis feel. It's really good. If we can find a nice straightaway somewhere, that would be perfect, so we can do our 0 to 60 test.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, tell me where to go.
So you make a right here.
Okay, let's make a right.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be right to get back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, great brakes, great steering feel.
So yeah, you can just go straight up.
Okay. Awesome.
I've never took a test drive the extra exit.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is really nice. And what's also impressive is that this car has a tire pressure monitor for this class. I mean, even some luxury cars don't have like the physical readouts. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sweet. All right, let's give her some gas. Guessing we're gonna go keep left.
Yeah, it's just like a
sweet.
And then we'll make a right, and then the next stop sign that you get to.
Okay.
You'll have to make a right.
Okay.
You have no option.
Gotcha.
Don't put us in the cornfield.
I do like the views here. I gotta say. Did you know it's so good on these turns? I love it.
Yeah,
it's really nimble. It's very nimble. It's very planted. Look at this. Like we're going through, coming out, and then. This is really cool. It also eats up the bumps nicely.
The suspension is fantastic.
It is.
It's right up here.
It's right at the stop. Yep. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Okay, great brakes too. Good car. I'm trying to feel if there's a difference between comfort or sport, because so far I actually think comfort may be better. See, this is interesting. Whenever you gun it from a stop quickly, it won't imitate the shift, but then when you gun it from a roll, it imitates the shifts in every mode. It's just how they program these CVTs nowadays. But again, very respectable, very pleasant to drive.
Oh, it's a good mix of sport and, you know, like, you get what I'm saying. It's a good mix of like sport and then like everyday driving.
Absolutely.
And then, I mean, it's 27 grand. Dude,
yeah. In 2026, that's extremely, I would say, reasonable in 2026.
And that's with zero rebates.
Right.
Zero dealership discount. Like, the price will only be better.
Exactly. It only gets better from there. That's what I'm saying. But you know what gets even better? The views.
You're right. It is a beautiful night out.
That's why I love this area. It's because it's so enjoyable to drive here.
I have a little high-rise downtown Lancaster, right in the middle of the city. So it's like, you end up in a bad state, guess what? I walk home. Like, I'm right in the middle of the city.
That's awesome. Oh, this is awesome. You know, this is actually a really, really pleasant car, like I said, to accelerate in, to drive. I think my two favorite parts about this car so far is the comfort and the handling. Two very strong points here.
And then, honestly, the look of the exterior.
Yes.
The new rims,
great.
how do you feel about those?
They look great.
Okay. So
they look sophisticated.
So I've been referring to them as the cheese graters.
Pretty much. That's a good comparison, actually. But you know, this is yeah, really a fun driving experience. Very, very bright headlights. These are LEDs, I'm assuming.
Yes, they are.
These views are phenomenal. Jeez. It's so pretty here in the summer.
So you can just keep going straight here until you hit that stop sign up there.
Okay.
Left. So like, good example is this, like the railroad tracks, you barely feel it.
You don't really feel it.
Yeah.
It's very, very isolated. And I like the design of the dash. I think they really did a great job here.
This is right out of a Murano.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did a great job with this car. Imagine if they put the 2.0T in this car from the Ultima VCT turbo that used to exist. That would be like a hot rod.
See, if they put a bigger engine in this, it would be nice.
It would be really nice. I think.
So you'll make a right up here. Not the next right, but the following one.
Okay. See, I think this car would really benefit. I think this car would really benefit with the VCT turbo, the 2.0T from the Ultima.
So it's right here.
Okay. Because 248 horsepower and this weight and the large amount of torque, like what, 280, 290 or whatever it is, it would be a blast. This would be absolutely like an Elantra and competitor with that kind of power level, I think. And there's really a lot of potential with this platform and this chassis, I think.
Yeah. So you'll just make a right up here past the gas station.
All right.
The light. And then we'll keep driving straight, and the dealership will be on our right-hand side.
Okay. So, yeah, this summarizes today's test drive of the Sentra. Again, thank you to Ray and Nissan of Lancaster for providing me this car. This was a really cool experience driving it. And I genuinely have to say this is, I think, one of the best offerings in the segment right now, under 30K especially. I personally find this more enjoyable than the new Civic to drive. I like this more. It just handles nicer in my opinion. It's more insulated. It feels better. I like the tech way more, the screen. And it's just a much nicer design, I think. But yeah, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. And until next time.